Welcome back, gamers, students, teachers, and everyone in between. We are back with the Australian Esports League high school competition for Rocket League, and we're in the finals, gamers. This competition has built up to today. Our first series will be a best of 5, followed by best of 7s. But you know who will always be best in our hearts? Our sponsors, AGON by AOC, the #1 gaming monitor brand in the world. AGON by AOC provides the best-in-class monitor solutions for gaming and all other needs. Power your game with the latest HyperX gear at Officeworks. When you need speed, control, and zero distractions, Officeworks has got the tech. Discover gaming gear made to handle serious play. Indomie, the noodle partner made with high-quality flour and selected ingredients and spices. A plate of Indomie meringue will certainly brighten up your day. Try any one of our flavors available today from your local grocer or at indomie.com.au. So, with that being said, everyone, the Div 1 quarterfinals will be first. It's going to be GLC versus PCC, and we should be jumping into that one shortly. We have the players ready to jump into it. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, looking good. I think they've got everything checked. They've got everything we want to see in terms of all that good stuff coming around. So loving that there. And we're going to be jumping straight into the action. And with the kickoff, everything's back up into the air. Ball going straight into the corner. ASD looking to pick that one up. We'll push that over the top. Max ready to receive. The ball going back to the other side. That's a nice little center from Max, but no one's there to jump on top of it for the time being. We're going to have to refresh back towards the center of the field. Teriyaki keeps the ball well and truly safe. Now looking for the counter-attack as it goes back in. A little bit of a roundabout way to get back into the PCC half, but it will go back towards the possession. ASD now in control. This little push over Teriyaki stops it for the time being. Envy gets the demo, but doesn't get the ball. It's going towards the side of PCC, and it will flip towards the other side. Bit of a center play here. Bit of a slowdown. Teaki's got no boost to make that work. We'll wait and see what happens next. But ASD goes over the top. That's looking pretty free. Manages to get the last little tip from the reset afterwards. Love that good stuff. As you can see up in the air. That last little touch that I believe we got a little thing coming across here, and I'll just be right back 1 second here, everyone. Just a wait to see what is going to be happening as we do get things fixed up. We're waiting to see. Might do a double check on that. What I'll do is I'll put this to a quick, be right back, and we'll check to see what's going to happen and while we figure out what happens. Hello everyone, welcome back. Sorry for the delay. We've had a bit of an issue there due to technical difficulties. We've had to swap which game we're going to be showing here in the Division 1 quarterfinals. It's going to be SPLC up against Phoenix, or Phoenix Purple in this case. And I believe everyone is ready, so we should be jumping quite soon into it and jump and get everything up and rolling this time around. Bit unfortunate we had to swap things around, but this is what happens from time to time. But I will get us now into the pitch, into play. The players are set. The match is ready. And it is looking good. I cannot wait to see what they can bring to the table. So it's going to be Fishy, Smeebs, Minghao on SPLC, and Chaotic Boy, Chibi, and Eternus for Phoenix Purple. And we'll see how this one goes. Chibi very quickly tries to bring it overhead, back towards the center. Fishy there, ready to see it. Will go straight for the goal, straight inside. Knew exactly where it needed to be. I mean, I'm looking at what Chibi did here. I can't really fault too much. Maybe should have given it a little bit more sense of urgency, a bit more power behind the strike. But in the end, not prepared for what was going to happen there. And it is going to be SPLC off to a quick start. Balls up high. Should be looking for a bit of a setup here. Tries to get through. It's just going to miss out ever so much. It's going to have to go through. Should be, of course, being smart. Let's push it into their own goal. It happens from time to time. Turn us now in control. We'll go for a bit of a chip overhead. We'll be caught out. Chibi follow through with the rest of the play. Minghao doing a good job of just guiding it away from play. Good otherwise too. Well, good pass to Fishy, who brings it down to the other side of the field, but we've entered back towards the center. The play has slowed down. Chibi wants to bring it back. Keeping's good, but bought out some time for Minghao to get in there. Now create a little bit of chaos. Fishy puts it towards the corner. It's a bit of a center play. Smebs trying to find a decent hit there. It's going to go towards the backboard. Nice little setup coming across here as well. Fishy does it all themselves. Lovely little play. I love that stuff from Smebs. Brings it up. You can see Fishy knowing exactly what he needed to do. Goes for another backboard redirect into the double. Very effective use of play. And SPLC off to a roaring start. On this kickoff here, going the way of Phoenix. A bit of a setup here for Eternus. Will get the player, but not the ball. Does get deflected at the last second. Chaotic tries to get some control onto it. It's going to shoot free of the play. Eternus now will control, beats two players. A nice little chip, but it ends up being a setup for Fishy, who is just on a spree at the moment. Goal after goal after goal. It looks good there, beating the two players, but Fishy just understanding what needs to be done and will take out the rest of them with that goal explosion. This is just becoming a bit of a worse tale here now for Phoenix. They do need to find a way to get themselves back into it. Eternus, get it free of the back wall. Fishy goes in for another one, but won't find the goal this time. If he gets the redirect out. Chaotic goes for a shot, but gonna find an SPLC member blocking its path. Chibi now in control, wants to get down, lets it go a little bit too much. Eternus though tries to slot it through, will take out Fishy for their trouble. Chibi's coming back around again. Smebs though finds Eternus with a demo. Chaotic tries to set things up again, but now SPLC are finally on their counter-attack, pushing it back towards the other side. Fishy goes for a center, Chaotic, nice clear. Pushes on through back towards the other side of SPLC. See if they can hold this on now. And looking at the movements, looking at the control, SPLC just seem to be the more formed team at the moment. Understanding where their players need to be. Keeping that speed under control. Really creating a lot of havoc here for the Phoenix defense. You can see it here and now as well with the setup. Constantly hitting the backboard. Phoenix forced to remain within their own goal, using their boost to perhaps pre-jump to maybe go for the attack, but they don't go for it straight away, and it's just this continuous assault from time to time, just jumping in on it as well. Phoenix slows things down across their own ball, across their own net, which is definitely not something I'd recommend, but they do nonetheless. Now, Phoenix looking for their own counterattack, trying to push it down. Fishy will get back in time before Chaotic can get there, no boost. Speed on through again, slows things down, looks for the control, goes for a fake into wave dash, but Phoenix aren't fooled. Phoenix managed to just keep patient, hold down that line against that play, keep the ball alive for the time being. But they do need to find something back in return. We've got 1 minute and 30 seconds left. You can't defend for the whole game. No chance to get something back. But you can see SPLC once again back on the attack, keeping it well and truly inside the Phoenix half. Ming Hao, which is in for a decent pass. Nothing's going to come through with that. Ball's going to get free once again. Smebs looking to regain control for the time being. The Turnus, though, might make something happen. Push down on the side there, and you can see it time and time again. Every single time the Phoenix goes in for their attack, it's that one little hit. Fishy, nice little cheeky chip overhead. All they needed to get that little win there, or the beat out on Chibi. Chibi's playing this correctly, but I feel they probably turned a little too early. Come in, maybe just continue driving backwards. You've got more options when you drive the backwards into it, as long as you're not driving too far past the goal. You gotta understand that. You gotta find that sweet spot of pressure and control in between. Furnace takes to the skies, tries to get overhead. Fishy knocked that one clear well and truly. If he goes for a shot, it's almost good, but slightly wide. SPLC back on the attack once again. See them resetting up. Good little crosses back and forth time and time again. Phoenix holding defense for the time being. Fishy goes to the flip reset into the pass, but none of the members of SPLC are ready to jump onto it. Still, they will push it back. Chibi, nice little strike over. Fishy once again just able to get back in time. That would have been on target. It was left to its own devices. That's an opportunity for the Turnus as they go for a shot, but unable to follow through with the bump afterwards as well. Definitely looking like a clear finish here. Fishy tries to get there to keep the ball alive, but unnecessary at this point, and we will be able to get ourselves SPLC the first game of this series. Get things just set up here and prepared. Want to get everything up and rolling as well. But a quick look at that scoreboard. You really see Fishy definitely in control this time around. Definitely doing some good stuff there. We should have the game ready to jump into it very shortly as well. Really looking at Phoenix here to probably step up to the occasion, see if they can do something else to help bring it back. The SPLC at the moment just really feels like they have their number. So, really looking for Phoenix Purple now to just sort of lift themselves up a little bit. Push themselves to that next level. Perhaps match the pace, coordination SPLC have been bringing to the table. Chaotic up high, let it drop. Gets the floor pinch, but could be on target. And again, these attacks just seem to fall short on the side of Phoenix for the time being. They get his initial attacks in place. Ming makes it look easy directly afterwards. Having a quick check to see. Yeah, a bit of a light touch from Eternus. And you can see an extra commit from the defender does mean that there's going to be an open net, and Ming Hao knows exactly where to put the ball afterwards. SPLC once again off to a good start here. This Division 1 quarterfinal. Chibi props it down to Smebs. Smebs just easily sees it. You can see they're looking for a clear off the back of that. Chibi just wanted to get the ball out of there, but doesn't get the angle. Hits it straight into the ceiling. Comes right down. Makes it easy for Smebs. This is not what Phoenix Purple wanted at the start of Game 2. They already were looking a little bit rusty, a little bit shaky in Game 1. And we haven't even hit the first minute, or gone through the first minute. SPLC already 2 up. Fishy, plenty of boost, big hit overheads, going up and over. Turnus gets there. Manages to redirect it away from the backboard. Possibly a goal as well. Those are the saves that feel very good when you get them, because that was not an easy hit by Eternus. Nabs now jumps over the top. Goes for a soft hit on the ball. Oh my. That is not the way that you want it to go, but Smebs will take the goal very happily there. 30 kilometers. Nice and slow. Yeah, it's a bit of an awkward bounce there. You can see the Phoenix were trying to read it. They thought it was going to be positioning probably a little bit more directly in front of the goal, not towards it, not at that angle. Even the best can misread these bounces when they happen. Ernest tries to get it out. Fishy will keep it in play. Give me a quick counter-attack. Maybe an opportunity, and they're going to make it work. Managed to make SPLC bleed. This is just very textbook, very simple, quick play. Chibi just quickly going for shot after shot, or in this case, kick after kick, hit after hit. Good speed on the ball. SPLC just didn't have a chance to reposition. Phoenix brings something back. Furnace brings it overhead, sends it down to Chaotic Ming. Then intercept. That is a big demo. It's exactly what Phoenix needed, but no one else had a decent angle to continue to play, and SPLC will return on the counterattack. Ming goes to the pass. Members just won't be able to get there. Things being slowed down now. And that goal from Phoenix is exactly what they needed. Just a little bit of a confidence boost. Something to get them into a different set of flow. But see now it's the attacks seem to have a bit more form from Phoenix. Not so susceptible there as well. A bit more physicality. Really liking what they're bringing now to this table. Forehand, especially that first minute, Phoenix looked a little bit rough. Looked like they could have made something work. Yeah, you know, they're not as, I guess you could say, they're a little bit more scrappy in comparison to SPLC, but that scrap seems to sort of hit their style a little bit better. They've definitely stemmed the bleeding for a time being. SPLC finding it hard now to crack the shell that Phoenix have put up. I want them to continue to this sort of play, continue sort of be that physical side, get in, go for the bumps, go for the challenges a little bit earlier, set things up. Ball ever so slightly is so close to not going in. It does in the end, but Smebs gets it out. Oh, that was literally on the edge of the world, just about to get in. How was that not a goal there? But it doesn't matter because Smebs was in position. Phoenix did such a good job to keep it out. Talk about putting us on the edge of our seats. But SPLC continue to push their lead. Trying to get closer in. Now Smebs returning that physicality. Gets the demo. GB, Chaotic Boy will hold off there for the time being. Keep it on through. Chaotic following through the play. We'll get the center on through. Fishy keeps it well and truly out. So once again back into the center. You can really see it from Phoenix. They definitely do have a more of a kick and chase sort of play, and it seems to be setting up something for them. Chibi finds it right there. You can see Eternus jumps in. Good control. It's talking about being hit and chase. That wasn't there from Eternus. That sets up a nice, beautiful backboard. Great for Chibi to get the goal. Keeps this game 2 series hope alive for Phoenix. How nice little pass there. Goes to Smebs. Tries to get around the angle, but Eternus will intercept on through. As I was saying before, Phoenix again definitely prefer their long balls. Definitely prefer giving a little bit more of an oomph behind it and then following through afterwards. SPLC opted in for a bit more control. They're quite happy to go for some dribbles here, or perhaps send it to the air and look to control it that way. Things sort of have slowed down a little bit here for SPLC, but they're still definitely looking much cleaner. But maybe as the series progresses, things might change a little bit. Phoenix might find a way to shatter the form that SPLC are bringing. Furnace gets it overhead. Fishy take out Chaotic for their trouble. A nice little hit overhead. That's a good save from Eternus. Looks a bit awkward to get there, but right place, right time. Ball going again in a dangerous position for SPLC. Smebs tries to knock it overhead. Eternus will be there for the save. Ming Hao, very quick use of that handbrake to make a very sharp turn, but in the end, Phoenix looking a little better, but still unable to take one away. They are going to be, unfortunately, down this time around, and it's now going to be 2-0 here. And the series might be going the way, or looking like it's going to go the way of SPLC. Come back to me. We'll get things ready to go. Waiting for the players to make sure they're ready. Again, you do need to take a little bit of time just to get yourself into the right frame of mind. Again, you're trying to push yourselves a little bit further here towards the finals with the semis after this. But we're not going to find out how it's going to come on through. Instead, we're going to get a chance to see something else a little bit better when we're seeing the best of sevens afterwards. So these finals will continue to push forward here. But yeah, definitely going to be an interesting one when it all said and done to see who's going to be the teams that progress forward through towards the finals, who's going to be settling into that division final. But we believe we have this next game ready to go. Phoenix looking to stay alive in the competition. SPLC looking to take the win and move forward, progress a little bit farther forward. And we'll see who takes this first kickoff there. Looks like SPLC will have a slight advantage. Being how doesn't get the touch they want, but will still make it a bit confusing for Phoenix. Mebs tries to get there, but it will be saved. To be honest, I feel that save credit should have come through. Being how tries to power through the defenders, but gonna find it. It's definitely a better start for Phoenix. Holding the line, holding the defenses. SPLC still looking for stuff. Fishy goes for another shot, but it will be stopped in its tracks. They're continuing their attack. This is exactly what Phoenix needs to do. Use the air to get out. Use the backboard. Take the ball up nice and high. You don't want to get stuck in the corners if need be. It can become a bit of a dangerous position as the ball is going on its back and forth. Fishy passes it to Ming. Ming gets a nice little shot there. Chibi manages to find the position. Stops the ball from going in. Phoenix hold the line. Chibi, nice shot overhead. It's going to be most players, but Smebs will get back in time. Continue to push it across. Phoenix bring their members forward. Looking to trap and hold SPLC in place. Fishy gets the beat on one. Smebs will get the beat on the next, but Chibi push it back on over. Phoenix looking for a counterattack. This could be a bit of a test now for Phoenix. Smebs slows it down, continues to keep it towards the side. Go back. Chaotix got some control, got some time. Gets one beat onto Smebs. Minghao needs to get around it. Bit of a dangerous position, but will carefully shoot it away with the clear. Minghao gets Demo Turnus peeling back the defenses of Phoenix. Balls at a dangerous spot. Smeb unable to get there. Chaotic has the ball for the time being. Minghao will be a little bit more physical. Will knock the ball away. Turnus had an opportunity for a chip, but will choose to just power through. Gibby brings it here. Phoenix maybe with an opportunity on the attack. Going towards the center. Chaotic unable to get the angle. Minghao, beautiful shot overhead. Phoenix just not ready. And SPLC get the first strike here. Manages to get across there. You can see Eternus realizing at the last second. Just unable to get there. But nonetheless, we continue onwards. Got it. Nice little hit there. That's definitely a nice play. It's going to force a bit of pressure on SPLC, but Fishy, again, chooses to slow things down. I don't believe that was a fake, but it's all good. I was definitely looking for one of a bit more of a more powerful shot off the back end, but to get those to work, you need to go for that quick handbrake turn, and fortunately, they can be a little bit difficult when you're used to just powering through, a bit more speed, a bit more airplay. Mebs to the center. Chibi bring it back on in. Minghao presses the attack. And the thing is, I've been really enjoying the progression of Phoenix throughout this competition. That's just beautiful from Fishy. isn't going to get the goal, but it's going to be a fantastic setup from Smebs. I'll just be saying, right, like, a bit of a caster curse, I must say. Phoenix had a very rough first game. Show some signs of life in the second. Have been pretty solid this one as well. When Fishy's playing like that, you can't take it away from them. It makes it very hard to save a goal when you've got such a dirty angle coming down on the dunk from the double. Smebs, there's the insurance policy afterwards as well. Speaking of Smebs, isn't going to get it, but will be a nice little redirect from off the post from Ming to finish off afterwards. You can see Smebs just there beforehand, gets a slight touch onto it, but it will be set up for Ming. And now at 3-0, SPLC foreshadowing what's going to be the result of the series. Looking for that clean sweep. Again, this is the finals day. You want to serve your energy. You don't want to go into these long series where you're consistently fighting in overtimes. You want to keep your energies and reserves nice and high, so when you do get to that final game, that final match, you're able to jump into it at 100%. Phoenix almost getting there, unable to pick that one. Fishy, we actually get bitted out by Chibi here. I mean, ball does redirect still within their half, but Kodak won't be able to jump onto it. Fishy, nice little catch in the air. Bit of some ball dashes as well. Gets a nice setup there. Ming unable to convert. Phoenix wants to counter attack, but Smebs is already ready and waiting. Lovely pass over to Fishy. You have to give it to SPLC. You have to give it when they make it work. Look at this redirect. Oh, even gets the perfect pass afterwards. Sometimes they go too fast, but Smeb slows it down ever so slightly by flipping their car. And Phoenix, I get it. I get it, Phoenix. This is a very strong opponent that you're up against. Fishy slows it down, leaves it for Ming. Ibby manages to get the beat, jumps over the top, gets the demo onto Fishy for their trouble. Smebs will be able to keep the ball away from their net. And in the dying seconds, I think we know the result here. I think we know what's going to happen. I believe we're going to have SPLC victorious 3-0. Very good stuff across the board there. Very good stuff overall. Definitely a fitting end there on the score as well. You can see all members of SPLC doing a good job, bringing something to the table. Phoenix, I still think that was probably your best match. That was some good stuff there across the board, but SPLC were pulling out quite a bit of magic in that match. So I think you can hold your heads high. Thank you so much for being in the competition, participating this time on through. But with that being said, guys, we will go to a quick break while we do set up the next games. Do not go anywhere. Welcome back, everyone. Pushing ahead to our first best of 7, our first final of the day. It will be Division 2, and we'll have the opportunity to cast Ashdale Secondary College Gods of Lag versus Faith Lutheran College, the Faith Falcons. Definitely a good returning number of teams coming to the stream. I think they're ready to go. I mean, they better damn well be. This is going to be it, right? This is for all the marbles. So hopefully these teams are ready to go, ready to get into it. It's going to be that best of 7 the whole way through. Gotta love it. Gotta love it as there. And I believe they're jumping into it right now. Let's get this field up and going. Everyone is set. Everyone is in position. First final of the day. Let's see what they can bring to the table. On Faith, it's going to be Arrow, AJ Star, What Call. On the side of Ashdale Secondary College, it's going to be Light, Massbird, and Noms. We know Noms has some great control, but AJ, Arrow, definitely no slackers themselves. What Call, always solid in those shots. Massbird and Light, making sure to improve week on week. It's what's led to them to these finals. What now? Continue to play. Tries to follow one through afterwards. Noms slows down. Light will be there to pick up the pieces. Do manage to get everything free. Balls have gone well and truly high. AJ will comfortably pick that up, but get demoed out for their trouble. And if you're Faith, you know the main player in the side of Ashdale College to look out for is, of course, going to be Noms. Noms a very good player in their own right. Definitely the big fish in the small pond when it comes to Division 2. You can't count out Light, you can't count out Mass, but as I say that, Noms though, showing us why. Immediately slows the ball down, understands it needs to be the chip, follows through afterwards, beats the player, gets it in that top corner there. That's what we're looking for from ASC. They need to be on top of Noms. Quick kickoff from Light. They will get there first, push the ball on over. What? Opting to drive backwards. Not something I'd recommend, but if you're feeling a bit fancy, you can go ahead and do it. Once again, showing us what happens when you do drive from the reverse position. Noms will try to match out against Cole or what in scenario. Happy again to slow things down, keep things on their side. When you do decide to play it slow, you don't get supersonic and you do get demoed. And that's exactly what happened there. Faith now in control of the ball. Thankfully, respawns pretty quick in Rocket League. Once you do get demoed out, it's in a couple of seconds, not even. Get back onto the pitch. AJ looking for a center. Noms will catch it. Take it well and truly clear. Push it back towards Faith's half. Nice little play around there from Watt. Pulls the ball out. Opportunity, perhaps. Noms gets back for the save. Noms now with plenty of boost. This is a dangerous proposition. Faith bring a few plays on the pre-jump. Oh, what a shot from Light. Not going to get the benefit of the shot, though. Noms now goes for a center. Watt will bring it out. AJ definitely looking for a good touch. But Arrow will find Light instead of the ball for the time being. Light brings him for a center, goes off the back end. This is the first real test from Faith. While the entire team of ASC is bringing down a nice unified attack. Noms, what a beautiful shot over. Again, just continue to wear them down. Light, Massbird, and Noms do it from time and time again. You can see they start to feel the opportunity to push out, but that only leaves Watt in goal. And Noms puts it very far in the opposite direction of where he's shooting from. And definitely a hard angle to get across. As I say it though, Arrow keeps their hopes alive. Let's see how that one plays out. Yep. Sometimes the kickoff goals can be like that. Mass. Bit of a delayed response to try and get back into it, but does give Faith the opportunity to get one back, and now they only trail by 1, not 2. Arrowed. Pushes it out. Get back on through to Faith. What? Makes a good shot there. Perhaps even with a follow-through would have been great, but the bump that happened beforehand by Light stops any follow-up from happening. That could have been very dangerous for ASC. Arrow now. Definitely go for the demos. Gets a lot off of the plate at the same time. That's a nice shot. Isn't going to get there. What call? Demoed out as they bring it back on over. Light gets the touch. It's a past the mass, unfortunately. It's swing and a miss. Nomps, though, will jump onto it. Wins out on the 50. Tries to get a nice, cheeky touch. And hopefully that would have pushed the ball in a much more awkward position, but doesn't find it. Nomps gets an open net. Oh, but misses out. It was a tough one to get around. I must admit, I'm not going to judge too much for that. I probably would have sent it straight over the top as well. Mass gets back for the save. Clears it out to the corner. Arrow in control. Wants to push it on through. This is looking dangerous. Faith. ASC try to defend, but Noms puts it away once again. You can see they get there. 2 players commit, unfortunately. You don't have one on the front post. You don't have one on the back post. It does create these opportunities for Noms to get in there. And with 34 seconds left, I have a big feeling here that Ashdale will be taking game 1. Light! Manages to sneak another one in. Grabs the boost, comes on in there. Arrow just doesn't get the touch they want. AJ, not in the best position, and Light takes advantage of all the chaos. And now if you're ASC, you have to think, alright, just to keep going in this particular line, when you keep this sort of form, this momentum, continue to play off Noms, continue to have good structure for the likes of Light and Massbird. And you're probably in a good position just to take away the rest of the Division 2 tournament. Faith, on the other hand, you need to go back to that drawing board, need to really think about what their strategy is going forward. I really like the demos that they've been doing, that physicality onto Noms, understanding who the focus needs to be in this scenario. They really do need to take that into account. Okay, what are they doing at this moment in time? Where is Noms in this scenario? And just sort of play around that. And that way they can perhaps stem the bleeding, perhaps give something back to themselves in this case. But also we might be having a quick substitution. If we do have a fresh player from Faith coming in as well. It might be someone else instead. We'll have to wait and see what is going to be the scenario here. But expecting it to be the same fielded player coming across from ASE. So we'll see what ends up being the play there. I believe Super Origami will be the one that's making a move in. So wait to see when they do come into the play. What they can bring, perhaps a little bit of a different X factor in. Perhaps muck around with setup here from ASC. Sometimes bring in fresh feet. Do that on this case, fresh wheels. So we'll see how that one plays out. Jumping straight into it. Kickoff seems to be towards the advantage of Faith. AJ immediately taking a Light out in the process of going for that boost. Light may have got the boost, but ended up feeling a demo afterwards. AJ, nice little hit over the top. Tries to get another hit on Noms. Get the read, gets it there. Good shot from Origami. Fortunately, isn't going to be able to capitalize on it. You can see Faith now definitely very quick to return back to their defense when they know that they've lost the ball. They do open up that space for Ashdale to take control of the field. I don't mind it, but at the same time, it does mean you are a little bit slower when it comes to these counterattacks, and ASC is just going to be that much faster when it comes to them bringing it back. But still, nonetheless, decent structure. Will keep the defense strong. Perhaps to set up here. Nice little hit from Super Origami. Will go down. AOC hold the defense. AJ now. Nice little hit overhead. That's going in. And they managed to catch Ashdale sleeping at the wheel. You can see Mousebird thought they had a little bit more space to work with when they were coming around. Carl was facing the wrong direction, unable to double back, make a possible save. Faith off to a fantastic start here in game 2. And it's definitely a good way for them to think about it, right? They're the most in danger when they know Noms has got full boost. In like an aerial starting from the other side. That is beautiful from Aero. Little touch as the ball comes down. Quick play from the ceiling. Mousebird, unfortunately, unable to get the save. And Faith need this. Faith 100% need every little bit of a lead they can get over ASC. Purely because Noms will definitely put some away. I feel like 2 are just a foregone conclusion for Noms at this point. Definitely not the best touch from Noms there as they do set up a possible attack from Faith, but not going to be able to benefit it from just yet. Super Origami also doing it light at the same time. AJ brings the ball down. Noms manages to beat overhead. That physicality, that last little bump stopped any follow through, and Aero finds another one. This is just a different Faith coming into game 2. They're playing so much faster with the ball, making it hard for ASC to mount the control, really take advantage of Noms. Again, just a little bit of a change-up. Bring Super Origami in. A different thought process. Starts to make a world of difference. And the thing is, we're not going to be... It's not the last that we're going to be seeing of Whatcall. I believe what's going to be, watching the game well and truly, going to be looking into this, understanding, alright, so the strategy we need to implement, seeing it work, clearly it is working for the time being for Faith now. I have no doubt they'll be able to execute off of that. Ball goes up nice and high. Not going to be a goal, but does set up a little bit of confusion for Faith, who recovers very quickly and bring it back. Aero. Quick little play. We'll try to push it towards the ball. It can be cleared out. Noms, dangerous position now. Gets the ball overhead. Is playing faster than before. Also, extra speed means less control. Doesn't have the opportunity to possibly go for flip resets or any other strong controls. That's a lovely shot from Aero. Understanding exactly in the moment what needed to be done. You can see AJ puts it up high. Aero jumps in, gets it right where they need to be, the right position, hits the car, lets it go straight down. ASC can't defend, and Faith showing us that they do have what it takes to be the champions as well. As I say that, Noms doesn't want to lose game 2 without putting up a fight. Nice little hit overhead. Makes it look easy. Aero tries to get back, but isn't going to have enough to get there. See now, Mass tries to take it over. Super Origami will find it beforehand. Brings it down. Noms gets the clear. Continues to play. That's looking like it might be an open net. Needs to get control. Super Origami gets back. Wrests the ball from Noms. Noms now buys some time for the teammates to get back in a better position. Finds the next touch. Possible setup here. Aero shuts it down. Light managing to make something work as well. Origami doing a good job of keeping it up. Nice control. Bring it back down nice and safe. Well and truly away from their goal. And with 1 minute left, so if I'm Faith, I'll be parking the bus. Noms goes to the flip reset, but doesn't quite have the trajectory straight. Unable to really go for a nice setup. Definitely opted in for a pass to the team, but the Faith defense looking strong. Another opportunity here. Noms over top. Gets a reset, lets it drop. Tries to go for the fake, but AJ makes the read. No extra goals coming across from ASE for the time being. Good shot from Arrow. Good block from Noms. We do have now maybe an opportunity of a counterattack from ASC, but with 20 seconds left, I'd say that game 2 is going the way of Faith. Pretty clear off the back end of that. You know, I'm just trying to make something happen, but at this point, it is a foregone conclusion. Ball will go to the ground. And Faith strike back against Ashdale Secondary College. And again, look at the scores. You can see Nom's definitely doing a lot there. Lots of saves, lots of shots. Big score line coming across from it, but isn't able to actually get themselves anything more meaningful in the lead from the back of it. Faith definitely bringing a team effort to pull that one through. We will get into it. Now 1 apiece. Again, best of 7. We're in finals. We got to strap yourselves in for a long one. Because I can see both of these teams bringing all the stops, throwing everything they've got at each other, even the kitchen sink. And now, if you're Ashta, you're kind of looking towards Massbird. You're looking towards Light to really step up a little bit here. Help unlock Noms. Noms was looking so much more comfortable in the previous games. You can see, like, there was a bit more coming through from Mass. Coming through from Light. Noms now in control. We'll get it over. Well, we'll actually not get it over AJ. AJ manages to jump in the last second and buy some time. Light will take it. Noms following or trailing behind. Arrow gets the demo into Mass. Noms will get the clear out. Light on through. If I was Light there, I would 100% go for a demo or a bump. I would have gone straight across the goal. Knock out a player. And then rotate back around. But plays it safe. Chooses to bring their way back. Arrow now also pushing it back towards AJ. Nice little shot there. 3 members holding the line. Noms next to be Arrow will be demoed for their trouble. Balls come back down. Origami, that's a great shot overhead. Noms though with the read will get the ball clear. Noms, plenty of boost, goes up high, trying to take it the rest of the way, but Arrow, true to their name, Light tries to follow through afterwards. And just this what makes Noms so dangerous. These big aerial overplays, bringing back the defense, putting them to awkward positions. And then when you have the support from Light, from Massbird afterwards, secondary setup for Noms. Ashdale take the lead in game 3. Nice little touch once again. This is looking dangerous in the double. 2 members block the path. Big commit there. Lovely little wall pinch. Will bring it towards Ashdale's half. Arrow unable to get a touch overhead to keep it in. Now patrolling afterwards. Light. Go back. Kurogami, not the best touch. Noms obviously tries to get a center, but we'll go into the ready and waiting hands of AJ. Faith now on the attack. Good setup here. Everyone misses. Even Super Origami. Those are the ones you can't miss, especially in finals. Not the best little touch there, but maybe enough to make it work. Noms can't quite get the angle afterwards, and ball will be cleared out. Light, though, grabs demo. Peeling away again the defense. Noms brings it to the corner, trying to get a center proposition. Arrow doesn't want that happening. We'll clear back to the center. Now we slow things down a little bit here. 2 minutes left, still plenty of time to get 1 goal, even things up. And then in the same breath, opportunity for Ashdale to continue to push this lead, get themselves much more comfortable. To be honest, I kind of prefer a 1-0 lead over a 2-0 lead. The 1-0, you're under pressure, you're holding it down, you're locked in. 2-0, you sort of get a little comfortable. And then that, you know, even if it's an equalizer, that sort of feels going their way back into it. But now they're at 2. Push that lead again. Light. Talk about a light touch. Ha-ha! But a light touch is all they need. They do manage to put that one away. Ashdale now with 2-0 lead with 1 minute and 20. Oh, 1 minute 20, right? We'll round it down. Why not? They need to get 2. And like I said, sometimes teams stop blocking in at 2-0. Relax a little bit, but as I say that, Nonce remains fixated on the goal, remains fixated on the mission, which is, of course, to take the series. That 3-0 with 1 minute and 8 seconds left. ASC looking very strong, very likely to take Game 3. Origami goes for a 50. Ball just goes up. Ends up being a bit of a wash. Splash. Arrow with an opportunity. Tries to push it over through. Almost goes for the slot. Doesn't get it. Faith doing everything they can now. Possibly keep their hopes alive here. Noms, though, closes the door well and truly. That's a goal every 10 seconds now, just to equalize. And when you look at it from that point of view, I would say Ashdale will start to park the bus. They'll push forward. I mean, at this point, you're even at a point where you're comfortable enough to not even park the bus. You even go for goals as long as you're keeping it away from your goal and keeping it under pressure and under attack. That timer will slowly fade away. Noms almost gets another one for the trouble. Light pushes it a little bit too high overhead. They will get the clear. But these are all precious seconds that Faith can't afford to lose. Ashdale, on the other hand, more than happy to play with the time. Looking for a musty? Nope. Gonna be a fake. And in the end, Ashdale walk away with Game 3. And again, just looking at these scores here, you can just kind of see already that what sort of tail's being pushed on through. One of the members there, Light, specifically steps up that little bit more. And Nomps is able to jump into the table. If you get Massbird and Light doing that together in unison, watching Ashdale is amazing. It's just so much more fun watching them put away goals after goal at that point. So really looking for both the teams to really step up from this point and make that one happen. Faith, on the other hand, they do have a strong team unit. Definitely have the ability to make this one work still. You can see the way they fought back. When they do have everyone operating at all cylinders, it is a sight to behold as well. But we'll bring it back, and as we say that, bringing it back means What Call is also back as well. And nice little transitions across the board. Ashdale now only need 2 more games. I'll lock it away to be the Division 2 Grand Final winners. Faith. They've got one underneath their belt. They're definitely not out of this. Nomps wants to bring up high. Arrow pre-jumping, understanding what Nomps normally does. Lock that away. Little chip up once again. Good control. Looking for the double. Finds it. Nomps immediately springing into action here in Game 4. Jumping from a backwards position as well. You might think, it's pretty simple. Try it. If you're a Division 2 player, give it a shot. Tell me how you go. Tom's making it look easy. Oh, we'll try to go for a clear, and Faith maintain their position here. Want to keep the attack on. Noms exhausts all their boosts to get overhead. It's a good shot, though, and Noms gets another one. You can tell Noms, I don't even think, was thinking about a goal at this time. Probably thought, Arrow will get back, or AJ will get back, or Watt will be in position, and that wasn't the story. Goes all the way, goes the entire distance. Noms again, just his touches there, bringing a little bit of magic. It's not going to go in, but it looked dangerous. Looking for another chance to go for a double. Doesn't quite get back down in time. Light keeps the play alive. Arrow now. Will control overhead. Tries to drip it down. Two members of AOC ready and waiting in that front post. Noms will control it. AJ rips the control. Manages to get that second hit, but it's going to be read by the Faith. Arrow with an opportunity, goes for a shot. Light is able to get there. What a save. That looked awkward, and it was. But Light able to make it work. Arrow now looking for revenge, tries to get back. Noms and Light will be there. Wait for them to commit, but they recover nonetheless. AJ gets the demo before Noms can get fancy. And Faith are showing us they do have something there to definitely bring back competition, to bring back the series. They've had a few opportunities. Here is one as well, but a bit too far, definitely passed. You can see there were members ready to follow up, but Noms was baiting them, saying, come on, egging them on. Come in for position, I'll try to get a win afterwards, but Noms just continues to win after win. Light with a beautiful pass here. Nice setup from the board. Stops the momentum, slows it down, but still gives it enough oomph and air to make it easy for Noms. Now, as we continue going forward, ball's going up high. Arrow tries to get there. Noms will get the win there, but will control it for the time being. Cheeky little chip overhead will be read by Watt, who clears it towards the ceiling, but Faith still under pressure. Light gets a good knockdown, but it's not going to mean much. And Faith just don't have the same momentum they did in Game 2. They're not being as physical. They're not being as fast. It's letting Noms unlock and continue these plays. Oh, that was just beautiful. I like a little touch overhead. Gets the beat on the player, challenging in the air. You can see a little tap overhead. Arrow just running out of boost, unable to challenge towards that size in the sky. And it's starting to look like this could be going the way of Ashdale once again. Bit of time there. 1 minute 40 seconds. Do a bit of quick math. That's what? A goal every 20 seconds. Probably I'm a bit wrong with that. Let me just think about that one through. What's 100? It's 100. No, you need a little bit more if you want to make it. Oh, Noms. It's like the first few games were just a warm-up. Look at this one. Jumps overhead, stops, bounces there, beats two players. What didn't think that they needed to be there. All of a sudden tries to quickly rejig themselves into the position they thought they needed to be in. But Noms makes it look easy. A touch overhead. Arrow will get there. But that's a good one. Noms like understood the speed, understood the flip, the quick turn back, obviously using the handbrake. A lot of things can go wrong in those series of actions. Noms obviously done it a couple of times, maybe a couple 100 times. Pushed that down a little early to throw off the defense that had free jumps. AOC now slowing it down. Noms to the sky. Beats one, but doesn't beat AJ. And now with 30 seconds left, not a single goal. Faith's name, Ashdale, really putting a commanding stamp on this series. After this, all they need is one more, but Arrow will not let them have a perfect match. No, 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 no. What call gets a lovely little touch there. Arrow gets back before Light can. At least puts a scratch on Ashdale. Ball overhead. AJ tries to bring it down. Not too much is going to happen from that. Noms now. Up high. Gets it over what? Light goes for a setup. But the ball goes loose. It rolls around. And the timer, it runs out. You can see once again, Noms really unlocking here. Light also doing their job. Matt's quite happy to relax, right? If it ain't broke, why fix it? But we have seen Mass do some pretty good games as well in the past. And at this moment in time, he's probably doing what needs to be doing, like holding that structure, holding what needs to be there in position, unlocking the rest of their team. It's so necessary for them to be able to perform sometimes and need the confidence to do that. When you have that player holding that third man position to do that, you'd be surprised at what that ends up doing for the rest of the team. That being said, though, jumping straight back into it. Players, they're not taking the full minute of intermission. No, no, no. They keep the engines warm. Their hands nimble. Continue to push forward. Jumping on through now. Noms once again showing us the next play. Arrow tries to get overhead. AJ wins out in the kerfuffle. In the end, not going to be much. Origami tries to go for a quick shot. That could have been dangerous for Ashdale. But just unable to get there at the last second. Nice setup here. Origami able to get in there. That was a beautiful pass on through. Noms obviously tried to get there. Realized that touch wasn't good. Was trying to boost down to get back. Hopefully guard the shot, but wasn't quick enough. And Faith grabbed themselves an early lead. It's a beautiful touch from Noms to push it overhead. Buy some time. Force Faith to backpedal. Light jumps up. Gonna miss. Noms knocks it over. Ball's up. See what comes on through next. As we say that, Light is the one to find the shot. Noms gets in position, comes over. Light pushes it over AJ, just wasn't ready. Misread if they could get the beat. And didn't have enough time to backpack or backpedal in that scenario. Oh, the games are so good. Taking away my ability of speech. Noms once again pushes it overhead, but unable to make it work. Ooh, 2 swings, 2 misses. I mean, there was definitely some contact, but not what they wanted. Ball will, though, nonetheless get cleared away. Arrow gets it overhead. Noms is able to get the read, pushes it back towards the other side. Ball coming back down. Noms, a little bit of uncharacteristic miscontrol, but will still manage to get themselves around the ball. Origami with an opportunity. Looking for the double. Makes it work. Gets the lead back. This is just lovely, right? Nice little play. Gets the chip. Understands where they need to be to force the double. Wasn't cleanly in, but the ball went in. Using the post very effectively. Ashdale, of course, maybe feeling a little bit of the nerves. You're one game away from being the Division 2 finalists. Being the winner of Division 2. All you need to do, bring back the form you had before to help you win those last few games. But Faith, they're not going to make this easy. They're hungry for the win themselves. Origami knocks it overhead. Gonna get the beat on that one. Arrow will slow it down. Ball's back up high again. That's looking a bit awkward, but AJ makes it look easy. Understands to let the ball go for the bounce and then jump onto it. Nice center from Origami. Nomps wasting no time. Will get the clear. Not the best touch. Nomps though without any boost can't make anything fancy happen. Looks to go for a bit of a power play instead, and it will be defended by Faith. Arrow now. Knocks towards center, goes back for some boost. Light. Push it forward. A little bit of confusion there between which teammate would jump onto it. And now, Noms. Full boost. Beats overhead. Jumps over the top. Ah! Good save coming across. Faith, they got 1:30 just to hold the line. That's all they need to do. If they can do that, they'll take away Game 5. They'll keep their chances of a series alive, but Noms is saying no. We're going to make the equalizer. This is going to either be an overtime. Believe me on that one. They're trying to force that on through. 1 minute, 18 seconds. Who will be the next one to score? Ashdale trying to lock away the finals win. Nobs, it's a nice little hit overhead. It's a setup there. No one from Ashdale is ready to follow up afterwards. Noms, as they're rotating back, gets a demo onto Super Origami. Ball back into the corner here on Faith's half. Arrow slows down Noms, gets the demo. Nice flick overhead. It's dangerous, but Noms gets back. Noms able to get that boost. Would have been really big if it was stolen away from him. Nice setup here. It's in position. It bounces. AJ gets it out. Super Origami beats one player, gets it overhead. Noms makes sure to keep it up high. It's a bit of a setup here. Arrow tries to get the balls bouncing down. It's going to be a little bit late. Super Origami finishes it and gets the lead back for Faith. Talk about a nail biter. 30 seconds left. Faith have the lead. Have their means of keeping the series alive. Arrow, quick kickoff. Maybe another opportunity to lock it away. Noms tries to get there, but that seems to be the next nail in the coffin here. Oh. And Faith running with the momentum of the last goal. Running with that discipline and resilience. Hold themselves on match point. Ashdale realizing this now. Gonna be falling apart slightly. Probably starting to look towards the next game. Now, with only 10 seconds left. Faith passing it back and forward. Good form. You can tell they've got a bit of wind in their sails now. Almost put another one away, but doesn't matter nonetheless. Faith, they take the next game. Beautiful stuff coming on through towards the end there. Having a quick look at the score. See Super Origami, Arrow, AJ bringing everything to the table. AOC also having some really good points on the board across the team. You can tell both of these teams now really beginning to ramp up. They move towards the more business end of this series. That was just a fantastic game overhead. I'm looking forward to the next one. Everyone's ready to jump into it. They're not taking the whole or intermission. No. They want to take that action, take the heat from that game, and make sure it's transitioned to the next one. I'm very keen for it. We're coming back. We're at game 6. The series might go the distance. I'm just jumping into it now. Nomps will activate from the kickoff. Goes back to get some boost. You can see Massbird Light holding position for the time being as well. Again, Faith are not out of it. Faith definitely have what it means to also take this competition. It's just really up to the players on the field now, who's going to have the form, who can maintain their composure, maintain that mental fortitude. Noms, nice little touch there, makes it dangerous. Shows them why they're most likely the best player in Division 2. Lovely stuff there. Pushes it overhead. Faith, they're looking at this moment in time. Arrow. Win the kickoff. Put it overhead. Massbird tries to get it clear, but will be beaten out. Noms now with some control. Fancy little play there. Doesn't go for the dodge, but just flips around. Gets a nice little touch and makes it awkward for Faith. Looks to push it through. AJ will keep it out. Light keeping the attack alive. Keep the ball there. Noms gets full boost here. This is a dangerous proposition. Unable to quite get around the ball there. Looks to go for a backboard redirect pass with a bump. But unfortunately, it doesn't net anything for Ashdale. Noms now tries to push it overhead. AJ will be there to keep it there. Faith trying to keep it now on the side of Ashdale. Looking for a shot. Could be a dangerous backboard redirect. Light goes for shot. AJ accepts it. Arrow in the air. AJ pushes that a little bit farther forward. Yeah, a bit of a fake out from Noms. Almost gets something for the trouble. You can see Faith were a little bit shook by it, but they'll hold strong. 3 minutes left now. But ASC holding that 1-0 lead. You heard me discuss it before. Sometimes I prefer 1-0 over 2. You're just locked in more. You're not willing to let a silly play completely derail your thought process and your momentum. Light pushes it overhead. Noms, that's a very dangerous touch. It's going to be on target. Now Faith with the counterattack. Trying to get there. Light will keep it clear. Ball's going to go overhead. See, Noms wanted to jump on it but realized they weren't going to get the beat, so they back off. Doesn't quite have the boost to make this the whole distance, but will definitely bring it back down to a safe position. Now Faith looking to counterattack. Super Ogami was there, but Noms manages to push it overhead. Noms doesn't have any boost. He's going to have to settle for a crappy 50. Now, Up's going overhead. Arrow shuts it down. Big demo. Says you're not going to have an opportunity to get the boost and run away with it. Noms, nice big hit overhead. Again, just that discipline and control. Realize, you know what? I don't need to touch this. It'll probably work out. Nice little setup here. Gets over. It's so close. Lights there for the finish. And ASC looking to close it out. Oh, that flip reset made it so devastating. Completely put the entire defense from Faith in shambles as they try to free jump and get in the right position for it. And that little flip reset just made them expand all of their resources, or expend all of their resources. And Light comes in for the finish. Arrow pushes it overhead. Good control. Light says, you know what? I'm just going to steal it from you and stop there being any control. Minute 14. Faith can still get 2. Faith are really strong on their kickoffs. All they need to do is put 1 away and then follow through after that. Ashdale, though, they smell it. They smell victory. They smell the Division 2 competition in their hands. 50 seconds left. That realization is getting closer. Will ASC finish it off here in Game 6? Or can Faith find something back? That was an opportunity from Arrow. They tried to get in there. But it's not going to eventuate in anything. Ball's now back on the counter attack. This is looking dangerous for Faith. Noms has full boost. Goes for a fake. Doesn't get anything in return. But it's wasting precious time. Taking it away. Taking away opportunities from Faith. If Origami's trying to get in there, Noms is in position. Reads the shot. And now, with the last 3 seconds, I think we know the result. And it's going to be ASC taking it. Ashdale Secondary College, the Gods of Lag are your Division 2 winners. Beautiful stuff overhead. What a fantastic match, a fantastic competition from all of Division 2. Ashdale Secondary College definitely brought us something special today and threw it out. Thank you so much as well to the Faith Falcons for everything you've done throughout the competition and all the play. And of course, the rest of Division 2. That was some pretty good stuff. But with that being said, we still have the Division 1 Grand Finals to come your way. So please don't go anywhere. We'll be right back as we get that set up. Welcome back to the Australian Esports League High School Competition for Rocket League. This is it. The moment you have been waiting for. The Division 1 Finals. Phoenix Gold or Phoenix Community College versus Kedron State High School. I believe we have everyone ready to go. We're ready to jump into it from all points of view. I'm ready to jump into it. I hope all of you guys are also looking forward to what is going to be the best game of the day. The finals here for Division 1. Everything has been leading up to this. It is going to be Camo, Tautness, and ERC for Phoenix. And then on the side of Kedron, Ghost, Sub2, and Nitro. And already we're off to a roaring start. Tautness drives it down. Ghost has to be forced for a save. And I'm going to be looking at the spacing from both these teams, their formation, their tech, their passing opportunities, how they choose to move, the general thought process. So that comes to Camo and ERC, both holding that line that you can see. They both wanted to go for the ball, but didn't look good. Camo tries to push it overhead. We'll get it down below. It's a bit of an awkward bounce. Kedron managed to keep it out, but it's still in dangerous position. Tautness tries to bring it down to set up for Camo, who still can't put it away. ERC now wants to bring it through. And Kedron survived the onslaught. Now looking for a bit of a counter-attack. Hold the piece. You can see he wants to get the boost before jumping forward. ERC tried to get there first. At least gets position on the ball without getting the resource of the boost. Tautness gets beat overhead. Sub2 now bring it down the hallway or across. Tautness will catch it. Good boost. Gets the beat. Nice little flick overhead. Nitro stops it from even going for a redirect off the backboard. Stops that bounce well and truly. Camo slows it down. Will push out. Gets one for the preset. Goes to the musty. It beats most of the players. It sets up for Tautness, who puts it away. Lovely stuff looking at this. You can see Kedron. They had members, they had boost, but when you had that beautiful setup beforehand, Camo making life difficult. Making life easy though for Phoenix. Yeah, see, can't quite get there. Emma's now up in the air. Sets it through. Ghost will push that one out. Doesn't want any dangerous backboard bounces. Two, good control. Keeps it clear. Sets up for Ghost. Tries to put it through Camo. Will get the read. Gets the save. Nitro pushes it out. Back towards the corner. Nice big clear. Holding the backboard there will be Ghost. That ends up being a shot from ERC. Tautness keeping this play alive. Keeps it up. ERC. Camo. Waiting in the wings like sharks on an attack onto their prey. You see Phoenix really do seem to be in more control. That's not the best. Little pass over from Nitro, but they're not going to get punished for it. ERC knocks it through. Manages to get it in. And ERC just beats the two players here. Gets a little bump. Makes it hard. They have to like force around. Come back. Maybe play off the backboard. ERC just reads it completely. Jumps in. Takes the ball. Says thank you very much. Pops it overhead. Pushes this lead a little bit further for Phoenix. Not what you want to see as I say that. A kickoff goal. Well and truly. Nice little bounce over. Sub2. Oh. They happen. It happens. You just see me so quick when you're coming back from getting the boost. But Camo was also there. Definitely a factor in guiding it to the goal afterwards. I think if Camo wasn't there, it probably would have been saved. But ERC puts another one away. And Phoenix are running away with the competition. Yeah, Sub2 just had no boost to get back in a decent position. And unfortunately, has to let that one go. Ball's up. Coming back down. Comes across. Ghost will keep it on the other side of the field for the time being. Camo puts it in a dangerous position. Ball's just going to bounce. The Phoenix members weren't there. To be fair, I probably would have thought the ball wasn't going to bounce either. Probably just waiting to grab a loose ball. Camo sets up once again. Ghost will make sure an opportunity for Kadron to get something back. Camo gets back in time. And again, that's what's so important. About having the right spacing, the good rotations, quick recoveries. Speaking of a quick recovery, after getting the save directly afterwards, beautiful pass from Thorn Nest. Sets up Camo in position. You can see Kadron just not too quick in the recovery. And again, could be that first game nerves. We've seen teams today so far grow into their series. Both times a little bit too late. But if it's a best of 7, there's not much more we can give. If you're the best team on the day or you're not, Phoenix right now, this is anything to go off, are looking very strong. Kadron have plenty of games still to find their form. They need to find it soon. Nitro redirects it up. It's a set up there. Camo immediately jumps in the change in direction. Makes it 6-0. Lovely read. Dropping it right down. With 1 minute left, I think it's safe to say that Phoenix will be taking game 1. Now, if you're Kadron, you're going back to the drawing board, realizing, okay, what's going wrong here? What are we missing? I feel now that they've sort of let the game go. It's like, yes, Taunton scored. Yes, another one, put them through. I don't want to take anything away from Taunton, but when it's 7-0 up, I'm more about the strategy, everyone. We don't need to worry about the specifics. And the strategy for Kadron here definitely needs to change. Phoenix, it's clear. You guys are doing well. Keep doing what you're doing. Kadron, I'm not sure if it's a formation play, if it's a speed factor, something you need to come to it. I mean, look, beautiful stuff that bring it to 7-1. Okay, Brazil memes in chat. Come on, if you want to throw it out there, I'll let you do it. It's fine. You can let it happen. I think maybe Phoenix, to a degree, are like probably having a little chuckle to themselves as well. I imagine Kadron are chuckling too. Again, this is all about in that spirit of play, spirit of the competition, having a bit of fun, getting out there. Giving the ball a nice big whack with cars with rocket thrusters built into them. Nitro with the ball for the time being. And again, I just want to talk about what they need to do a little bit differently. And perhaps, what we're seeing now, I don't know if it's perhaps Phoenix choosing to slow things down a little bit. Or if Kadron are starting to shake off that initial first game nerves, and now we're starting to see the more tried and tested, true muscle memory come into play. They definitely have stemmed the bleeding. They're definitely starting to create more opportunities. What we're looking to see is this same level of form transition into the next game, transition to the rest of the series. But nonetheless, congrats on through to Phoenix for taking game 1. Of course, we still have the rest of this series to get on through. But they do take that in a very convincing fashion. And players are ready to just go straight back into the action. They do not want to deal with an intermission. I think they're feeling warm now. I think they've got their strategies in play. I think Kadron know what they need to do now is just speed up a little bit as well. You need to rise to the level that Phoenix is playing at. That's the point of these finals. The point of the competition. You have that incremental improvement. And perhaps you were the lesser team. You granted the opportunity. Push yourself to be that little bit better. But as I say that, Camo already shining. Already giving them, or giving us a great show. Look at this lovely control. Faces the car backwards to make sure it's not going to go off in any random tangent direction. It rests nice and quickly into the goal. But once again, going back into it, Phoenix continuing to stamp their authority, stamp their commanding presence. What are the kids calling it these days? Their aura. Camo pushes up. Yeah, see. It's on through. Nitro may have an opportunity. Yeah, see, reads it. Pushes it back. Tries to get it down. Dron will keep it clear. Tautness now will follow-up attack. Hammer brings it down. ERC's not there, but we'll find its time. Gotta go a little wide. Hit the post. Down it drops. Dron getting away with skin of their teeth. Nitro now with an opportunity. Pushes it overhead. Yesy scrambles to get there first. The attack continues. Tautness giving a little bit of a bump to Camo there. Saying, hey buddy. A bit of a love tap. Knocks it on through though. Again, I'm liking Dron. Yeah, they're 1 goal down. Yeah, it was a quick brilliant. Let's just say brilliance from Camo, really. But now that they've sort of settled, it's not as big of a deficit as before. Phoenix now aren't just finding opportunities like they're a money tree dropping cash. Nitro tries to push it overhead. Camo fans lost their boost. Get save, and now in a good position. We'll take it to the air. Gets one player off. Goes in for a little bit of a half musty. Wasn't almost like a reverse musty. Didn't seem clean, but definitely seemed effective. But Kadron will hold the line nonetheless. Ghost gets beat out. Camo's flying on through. Doesn't quite get around the ball. ERC though gets back around. Puts it away. You can see Camo doesn't get it. Actually a little touch off Tautness as well, which sets the ball back in position. Probably Kadron would have been able to defend if that touch wasn't there from Tautness. But when there is that slight change in trajectory of the ball, whoever is quickest to react ends up being the victor. And Camo, once again, just so comfortable in the air, time and time. Slows it down, gets the right touch, pushes it over, gets the flip reset, beats Ghost. What more do you ask for in Rocket League? The tech is in position. Formation is in play. Communication is great from Phoenix. They are the whole package at this moment in time. Again, I'm looking at Dron. They're doing things right. Again, they've got their own formation in place. They've got their own players in position. It's not like they're not reacting appropriately. They're just that little bit slower. That little bit off. That roughness around the edges needs a bit of needs a little bit of sanding. Yeah, see? Finds it afterwards after the attack. Nitro doesn't want to let another one in. Pass on through to Ghost, who sets up to sub 2. That's a beautiful pass pitch. Not going to get into the goal, but I like the thought process. They need a bit more of that. Phoenix, there's no way you can react to that speed and that positioning. I can hear the communication. Don't move, sit right there. I think I got it. I think I have it. That would have been a beautiful clip. I think right now our clips team would have been salivating if that one went in, but Camo off the back of a nice pass from Tautness, using the last little bit of that dodge, understanding when that runs out, pushes it in. That's a nice, beautiful little pass. And Phoenix looking very comfortable, looking very chuffed here in game 2. Tautness get the beat on that attempt on goal. Won't let it drop. And you can just see it here, right? The way the formation works. Tautness was heading towards far post. You had ERC heading towards the far post. And then whichever way the ball went, the person with the better position reacts, right? They understand what needs to be done. Tautness now as well. Off the back of some fancy footwork from ERC. Gets it on through. Good physicality as well. You can see ERC knew exactly what the assignment was. Get the ball in position and then bump, bump, bump. Get the defenders out of the way. Make it easy for my teammate. Gets themselves a 5-0 lead. Nice touch from ERC. Cadron, though, will keep the defense alive. For what you can call it in this game. Again, these goals from Phoenix, they haven't been simple. They haven't been easy. They've been calculated. They've been methodable, right? It's not like Cadron are just happily letting these goals in. Phoenix have a decent defense in front of them, but they're just so good at getting a crowbar and plowing right through it, opening it up, expanding their resources, getting rid of the boost, stealing it away afterwards. Or brute force, pass, really awkward position, we make it work. It's an awkward looking ball, not for us. Just understanding those positions time and time again is making such a big difference here for Phoenix. Making life very difficult for Cadron like that. ERC gets the save. Awkward ball. Turns around well. Gets that nice little touch. Keeps the ball above the post. And it's just them doing that consistently, time after time. Just continuously pushing that through. As you can see there, Phoenix very handily pushing this competition forward. Again, with a very commanding score. Gets themselves game 2. Do manage to come across. And look at those scores there again. Team effort across the board. You can see it pretty even in that score line. Everyone's pulling their weight. Cadron also have everyone doing the same thing as well. But seem to be ready to jump ourselves into the next game. Get everything up and rolling again. I think Cadron as well don't want to slow things down. They want to keep the ball rolling. I think they've got an understanding now of what they want to do, how they want to take this next game forward. It's just, can you match the aggression, the speed, the precision that really has been put forward here by Phoenix? Again, best of 7. Phoenix already with 2 games under their belt. And just been putting on a bit of a clinical operation. Cadron seem to be the patient they're operating on. But let's see. Perhaps the anesthetic will wear off. We change the game a little bit. Demo. Up in the air. We'll push it on through. Sub 2 holding that line. Play still alive for Phoenix. Nitro gets it out. And I like what Cadron are doing. As soon as they sort of do have a bit of respite, everyone pushes out, grabs the boost. It's so necessary when you have an aerial techie team like Phoenix knocking at your door. Just we need, the moment we get that respite, get in there, grab the resources, make sure we have what we need to defend against them. Eventually, if you can keep that sort of level of resilience, that level of control, maintain your resources, you can look for an error on the side of Phoenix. Yeah, they're looking good, looking strong, but no one's perfect. I think I can, I'm a fantastic example of that. And maybe, just maybe off the back of what is a little bit of an error, Cadron capitalize, get a win, just hold on, get a game back, get that momentum. You can see they're looking very promising this time around. No goals have come through. They've definitely stemmed the bleeding. They're putting on some good speed. Getting some demos. Phoenix also have to amp up a bit of the pressure. See, Ghost now tries to get on through, manages to get it across, gets the demo as well for their trouble. Phoenix, I feel like they're feeling a bit of the heat as well. They're looking for a 1 goal, perhaps, relieve the pressure. Get rid of that pressure valve, right? Nice set up here to ERC, good pass overhead. Goes for the double. I thought it was going to be a pass from the board, but ERC, defying expectations, gets there in position, just pumping that boost. Cadron unable to react, and Phoenix once again take the lead. Hopping on forward here now. Hammer's bringing it up. Ghost will rise to the occasion. Oh, don't tell me. Not like this. Thought Nest. Finds the shot off the back of that one. You can see Nitro is getting some boost, was coming back. Possibly could have saved it if they were in a better position, but unfortunately they let it go through, not expecting that one from Tautness. I wasn't expecting it either, to be honest. Tautness now finds another one. That was well done. I love this little play. You think it's going to be a bit of a quick hit, but actually fakes out. Doesn't go for the chip. You can see one of the members from Cadron react to that, but end up being faked out. Opens things up a little bit more than Tautness just pushes through. Out. The rest of it, that 50 was definitely a bit of luck going the way of Tautness, but what they say, most successful people make their luck. Tautness was definitely successful that day on that goal. Wow, brilliant setup there from Tautness. Doesn't quite get the goal, but makes everything nice and easy here. Beats the two players. Nitro goes go for it. They're just not going to have enough time to recover. ESC puts it away. And Cadron were looking so strong in the first 2 minutes and a half. But you can see, as soon as Phoenix start to really amp up the pressure, get a bit of a lead, Cadron lose a little bit of that locked-in factor, a bit of that flow state. To be fair, I mean, they do have a few more games. Perhaps lock back in. Maybe turn this into a really solid series, but Phoenix, I feel like they have their number. Ghost gets back in time. Stops the save there, Camo. Trying to get a bit fancy, beats Nitro out on it, but it's not going to be the best placement. Tautness tries to keep a play alive. Cadron now with an opportunity that's going to bounce. Ghost tries to get a stronger redirect, but unable to get it. Ball overhead. Camo coming on through. Ghost knocks it across. The setup for Nitro, who just chooses not to go for it. Then bounces it back. Tautness has no boost. Still going to try and make it work. And is beaten back. Yeah, see? Trailing. Doesn't want to use their boost to keep their speed up. Ends up being taken out by from chasing Cadron players who are being more liberal with their resources. Overhead. Ghost gets on through. Falls back up. Camo tries to beat it, but Sub 2 will get overhead. 30 seconds left. Cadron still can't find an answer. What is the devastating force of Phoenix? Camo, once again, brilliant play. Will be defended by Cadron. This is what I'm talking about. That was very cheeky and very controlled. Chip up, over the top. Dodges and then immediately into a controlled tornado spin. That's not easy to do. That's a couple thousand hours there. I'm just gonna say it. Hey, if you wanna at me and say it's not, more than open to, but I will stand by my thought process of that's a couple thousand hours. You can see now, Ghost tries to get something back, but I think that's all she wrote. Game 3, and Phoenix have now picked up their match point. I'm a quick look at the scores here. You can see once again, big team effort across the board from Phoenix. All players bringing something special to the board. Beautiful stuff nonetheless. We'll have to wait and see now. I wouldn't be surprised if Cadron choose to hold a little bit in this intermission, but doesn't seem to be the case. They seem to be ready to jump straight back into it. Rip off the Band-Aid. And this could be the final match of today. The final match of the year. Phoenix looking to take out Division 1. Phoenix Gold, Phoenix Community College. The only obstacle in their way now is Cadron State High School. They still have an entire game. They still have players and members who, of course, want their own Division 1 title. The Taunt Nest starting to make the dream a reality. Just controls overhead, gets the touch, gets the beat. Able to read the play. Making it look easy. Now, to Bryce get on through. Camo once again. Throwing us that fantastic ball control in the air. The aerial prowess. Probably second to none right now in this competition. Camo, the setup. That's on through. ERC. Get back in time. You can see Cadron sensed an opportunity. Wanted to jump on it. Fortnite slows things down. Nitro gets the beat. Nitro gets the goal. Cadron fighting back. You can see Fortnite feeling a little bit lax, I reckon. Just, you know, the success of the previous series. Thought they could have that control. Thought they had a bit more time. Didn't read it appropriately. And Cadron equalized things up. Sub 2 with an opportunity. Tornes gets there in time. Making up, redeeming themselves. The last play. Camo now up in the air. We know this is going to be a dangerous proposition for Cadron. My God, is Camo lethal. That was beautiful. Just nice little touch there. Understands I don't have the boost to go the distance. Let me redirect this. I'm not going to go high. I'm going low. Gets the ball down. Uses that last touch to change the trajectory of the ball. And that just sends it straight into the goal. And Phoenix now really beginning to strut their stuff. Show us why they were able to get these first 3 games with authority in their mind, in their position. Game is not done. 3 minutes 30, 2 goals. Crazier things have happened. Cadron, this is it. You can't sit back now. You can't go next game. You have to step up now. Sub 2. Looking to step to the plate. Phoenix will reach out, stop that one from coming across. Now they're setting up their counter. Nitro brings it back, just wants to get it away. Sends it to Ghost, who gets it out of there. Yes, he can't quite get the touch. Maybe an opportunity for Cadron. The 2 bringing it over. Camo will be ready and waiting to get the clear. Relatively open net, but Ghost will shut the door. Phoenix now back on the attack. This is a nice clear for Cadron. Camo takes it with a nice little catch there. Just no stress. Understands they've got time. What a fantastic counter. Almost sets up Tautness. Quite isn't able to get there, but then follows up afterwards. Yeah, you can see Sub 2 just needed to be a little bit farther backwards, right? If you were hit with the front of your car, you'll get more pressure off it. You'll push it away, but it hits the side. It hits one of the doors. It comes off softly. Tautness able to follow up afterwards to help VRC. And now it's falling apart for Cadron. 4 goals. It's a tall order to ask, especially with how well Phoenix is playing. You can kind of feel the position of everything there. But one thing I want to say is Cadron is putting up one hell of a fight. You can see they're trying. You can see they're just not letting them go in, but Phoenix, when they start to smell blood in the water, they go for the jugular. This isn't a shark, it's a Meg. Phoenix really in control of this competition. Looking forward there. Kickoff comes through again. 2 minutes left. We are on the eve of a Brazil. Only one more goal here for Phoenix. Cadron, get one back, shut it down, stop it from happening. Oh, ball's going overhead. Ghost. Nice hit. ERC gets back. We've got a real opportunity for Cadron there, but again, Phoenix just continuously shutting them down. Every time, it looks like there might be some way to gain an advantage here. Phoenix just twist the ball around themselves, twist the ball where they need it to go instead. And it is really shown in the score lines and the overall games, the way they were going. Pretty clear scenario that's going to be coming across. Ron still fighting. Again, showing us the spirit of the competition playing out the rest of the way. They're not just giving up. It's these sort of positions where you can find maybe a different level in yourself. When you're playing out like this, you can see what you're lacking, what you need to do, what you need to get. Sort of match against this opponent. ERC. Nice little touch there. Gets the me soft, so it's a beautiful dunk coming down. Knows it needs to be the wheels of the car. And we have our Brazil. Now we have 1 minute left. Dron needs 6 to equalize. The Phoenix, they're not letting up here. They're looking to continue this dominating fashion. I think maybe even now they can perhaps be a little bit techie if they want to. Give a little bit away. You've got a comfortable lead to work with. Ball going up by high once again. Camo goes in for the setup there. Knocks it across. It will be cleared by Cadron nonetheless. And we're here now. The last 15 seconds of this game, of the series, of the competition, and of the year. And it's looking like Phoenix. What am I saying looking like? Because as we know, as this ball goes in, and as the time hits the end, Phoenix Gold, Phoenix Community College will be our winners of Division 1. Taking away Game 4 in a clean sweep against Cadron High School. Beautiful stuff underhead. Beautiful stuff across the board there. Cadron, you did an amazing effort there to hold on, to fight where you could in the end. But it was not meant to be. And Phoenix Gold will be our winners coming into it. And with that being said, that is everything left that I have for you to say. I mean, ultimately, it has been a fantastic journey here in Term 4. A big thank you to all the teachers, all the players, all the teams, everyone that's working behind the scenes from our admin staff as well, help bring us across. And of course, a big thank you to our sponsors, AGON by AOC, the #1 gaming monitor brand in the world. AGON by AOC provide best-in-class monitor solutions in gaming for all other needs. Power your game with the latest HyperX gear at Officeworks. Push performance to the limit with the latest in gaming tech. From high-spec to precision gear, Officeworks has what you need. Indomie, the noodle partner made with high-quality flour and selected ingredients and spices. A plate of Indomie mee goreng will certainly brighten up your day. Try any one of the flavors available today from your local grocer or at indomie.com.au. And make sure you show some love to the AEL. Check out their website for the latest events and activations. Apart from that, guys, I hope you have a fantastic holiday season coming up, a fantastic new year, and I personally cannot wait to see you. Thank you so much once again. I'll see you guys next year.